morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday, y'all. It is February the 3rd, 2024, and today the topic is Take My Breath Away. Man. Happy Saturday. I hope that you guys had a fabulous Friday. Mine was just fine. Yeah, mine was good overall. Um, the main things of yesterday, me and my little family went out and was out and about. We got groceries. We ended up filming a quick little video for the church. Hopefully that can be used to promote our upcoming event. Then later on that evening, I ended up working a childcare shift at the church and whatnot as well. Um, I saw the final touches and whatnot being put on my first set design for the Mountain West kids. And so I guess I felt so proud of it that I was like, let me take, share my pictures in the video. So those that follow me on social media, you may be able to see it. Yeah, technically it's my first set design, at least at the church. I mean, I've done some, I guess, quote unquote set design in the past, especially when I had my venue, but this is the first time at the church. And so I mean, I know it's a little simple, but a little not at the same time. It's like simple with a punch. For at least this first go around, and we'll see what the Lord do moving forward and whatnot. But I'm excited about it, and I shared it, and hopefully it will be encouraging and inspiring for you guys to see like where it came from, because I like kind of just drew out what was in my head for my fellow coworker, for us to collaborate on creating it, and then now to see it in real life is amazing. So yeah, man, I know the kids that saw it last night, they were all like, wow, what's going on? So hopefully all the kids will have that impression. I've gotten good feedback and whatnot thus far about it, so excited. And then hey, I guess I got to come up with a whole new one for next month, but anyway, let's focus on this month, right? So yeah, those were the highlights from yesterday. um yeah, those are the main things that happened. But let's get into this conversation about Take My Breath Away. So, oh yeah, let me go ahead and thank you anybody that watched the talk show last night as well. If you missed it, it is on godsexandlove.com for the next week as our feature video. So go shout Lord, go find out. That's what I'm going to say. Go find out more about like financial literacy and things of that nature from our guest last night, Mr. Daryl Lyons. All right. Anywho, so today, y'all, take my breath away. So ultimately, I was inspired by that verse I was telling you guys about. I was saying I feel like I've been quoting it a lot. I don't know if it was this year or maybe over the past few months since I came across it, reminding us just how fragile our lives are. I know the word tells us that our life is like a vapor and it's just so short and everything like that compared to eternity, right? But I think again we make light of that God could just take his spirit and breath away, and so thinking about that verse this morning, I felt led to just go back and find it. And so I found it, y'all. It's Job 34:14 through 15. I put it in the Go Deeper section for you guys to read on your own. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That part that talks about if God takes his spirit away, what would happen to us? And I mean, it's a humbling thing to read, but I hope it will encourage and inspire you. So that's pretty much where the inspiration for today's topic comes from. Let me go ahead and get into these verses, y'all. Okay. So Genesis 2:7, it says, Then the Lord God formed the man of dust from the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living creature. Now, as much as we, like to think that we are God, right? Especially as we like to think like, oh, that Bible thing, that's weird, that's not real, whatever. I mean, listen, I, I think a life observation can pretty much tell us that, I mean, there's a lot of truth to this statement right here, right? Because again, when we pass away, our bodies is still here, but the person is no longer there. So that means there has to be some type of spirit or something within us, right? That I guess who we really are. So that's one thing that is already confirmed according to this verse. And then what happens to our bodies once we bury them and stuff like that? They start decomposing and turn into what? Back to dust. So I mean, all I know is these was what these words are saying. And I believe that our life reflects what the words are saying. Now, if we want to believe that or not, again, we have that choice of free will, of course. But to me, it all adds up, and I just couldn't help but think about that once I was writing down that verse. Like, man, why do we doubt these words? I mean, I know we like to be like, oh, humans wrote the, Bible, and we like to discredit things, but based on, I guess, how we want to feel about it. But I mean, again, any knowledge that we have most likely comes from one another in regards to, well, outside of spiritual, knowledge and whatnot. But I'm saying, like, I mean, nobody doubts their textbooks, nobody doubts their math books, nobody doubts any other book but the Bible. And because men wrote all the rest of them other things as well, but we don't doubt that stuff at all. So I don't know. I'm just putting it out there, for us to just be a little bit more, I guess, take this a little more seriously, Anyway. So then let me see. The next verse I felt led to write down this morning was Psalm 146:4. It says, when his breath departs, he returns to the earth. On that very day, his plans perish. Ooh, listen, I know we can go deeper and read the context around those verses, but even that verse by itself it might be poke, depending again where you are spiritually. But to know that, yeah, man, we can make all the plans, we can try to, plan our life out to the T, and then God will, show us that, hey, at the end of the day, none of that could matter. And I think again, what has brought me peace in my life is to be like, okay, Lord, let me get in one accord with you and your plan versus me trying to force my own plan and idea. Because at the end of the day, again, you don't want to get in control. Like, his plan is going to come to fruition whether we want to be part of it or not. So I believe that there's things that he has for us to do, right? And there's a way and a plan that he has for us as individuals. But regardless, again, on what we do, it's not going to thwart his overall plan. And honestly, he's already planned for what we're going to do. So even though we may not know what we're going to do at the end of the day, he already knows that. And so whatever we decide is still not going to take away from what he wants to do. And so I find it just more easier to, and I'm more at peace. I'm more at peace with just turning again those ideas and things like that to the Lord and saying, hey, Lord, what do you want to do? Where you want to go? What you want me to do? Versus trying to fight against, because anytime that I've fought against, again, God and his will and whatnot for my life, it just didn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? It felt like, I don't even know how to really explain it no more, because I guess I'm so, not to be like I'm so far removed from it now, like, oh, I'm just perfect, I'm doing everything that the Lord wants me to do. But yeah, it was such a while ago. But y'all can always check out my book and read more about that time in my life where I'm like, was struggling a lot mentally. And don't get me wrong, I'm struggling mentally in different ways now. But it's not more so about like me trying to fight against the Lord about what he wants me to do versus what I want to do. Because ultimately the things I wanted to do still is why can I not talk? It's still in alignment, right, with the things that he wanted me to do. So, and the gifts that he's given me and the talents and things of that nature. And so let's get in alignment, y'all. Let's go ahead and get in alignment. Let me go ahead and give you guys another verse here. Ecclesiastes 12:7. It says, and the dust returns to the earth as it was, and the spirit returns to God who gave it. Does that not happen? Is that not happening anytime somebody passed away? I think we see that. But anyway, here's another verse. Matthew 10:28. And do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Ooh, I know that might be Pope as well, right? We don't want to think about that. But I don't get why we're like this, man. Why don't we take that verse seriously? Again, we're so concerned about, one another, right? We're so concerned about what this person can do to me and stuff like that. Some people don't even want to leave their homes and stuff, which I get it. You know what I mean? It's a crazy world. You hear about all the crazy stuff going on. You're like, man, it's dangerous to walk down the street. It's dangerous to drive. It's dangerous to get in the plane. I get all of that. and again, there's some people that are allowing the enemy to use them, right, and do evil things. However, why don't we take it seriously that, hey, this God, right, can do worse than what these individuals can do. Yeah, they can take your life, right, but they can't. Again, like, don't people say this all the time? No, I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. Yeah, like at the end of the day, but God does, and so it's just like, why don't we take that seriously? Just as seriously as we take, safety precautions and whatnot of our life. Like, why don't we take safety precautions over our eternal life? I don't know why we don't do that. Some of us do, but I'm just saying, humanity overall, it just seems like we put that on the back burner. I guess, again, maybe we don't see it, is maybe because it's not tangible, whatever the case may be. We're like putting it to the side, like it doesn't matter. But it seems like it does when you read and study the Bible. So just throwing that out there. Here's another thing that I guess confirmed that, and it's Isaiah 2:22. It says, "Stop regarding man in whose nostrils is breath, for of what account is he?" At the end of the day, again, I just think we should take this seriously. Again, if God was to take his breath away, you guys can go see this and confirm what I just said. Job 34:14-15. If God was to take his breath or spirit away from us, all of us would just perish. All of us would just perish based on this Bible. And I think we can see that in the way that life is going and goes for each and every individual. And so we might not want to attribute that to God. We might not want to think about God in that. We want to think like, oh, that's just a natural part of life, or whatever you want to think. But I guess ultimately the juice is, man, if you're listening to the sound of my voice today, I hope that you all are taking this a little bit more seriously, and that you're encouraged and inspired to go deeper. In the go deeper section, the first verse I put in there was what I read, just shared, Job 34:14-15. But the other two verses, I feel like they're good, humbling verses for us to just reflect on and to understand like what the dynamic between us and God is. So I hope that you guys go and take a look at those verses, let them, peruse them, and let them marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. But I guess I already gave y'all the juice. All right. So the Bible verse of today is Mark 4:9. But when I read it this morning, I was like, ooh, well, I don't know if this is just confirmation or just something to, I guess, reiterate this and put like a little 911 behind what I've shared today. But this is what it says, Mark 4:9. And he said unto them, confirm that word, if this word is right. Okay. And he said unto them, he that hath the ears to hear, let him hear. So, friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all on Monday, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. There you go. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. Yeah, man, God gave me that juice this morning, said, take my breath away. I said, uh-oh. But yeah, I listen. I wouldn't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just like, you know what? I'm tired. Take his spirit away. Everybody just fall. Like, we wouldn't even be able to see it because we all just be gone. Like, anyway, that's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. But anyway, so today, why am I so excited? I'm gonna be getting with my homeboy, brother Kelvin. Look, CYOW TV is getting ready to connect. Because we're going to be filming some skits for the gentleman that has, I don't know if you guys noticed, if you listen to the audio version of the podcast or the juice, then you may have heard the, why am I so, you may have heard the audio commercial and whatnot for Cruise to Worship. You may have also seen it on my social media and whatnot as well. So we're going to, the gentleman that I guess, quote unquote, hired me to promote the event, wants us to do skits. And so me and my homeboy Kelvin, of course, the co-star of the Cast movie, we're going to get together today, if the Lord's will, and film some skits. So I'm excited about those. And yeah, so I guess that's why I'm so excited. And I'm also gonna do one with my son. I'm excited about that too. I don't know. It's not his first because he done did some stuff with me before. Um, so but it'll be his first, I think, by himself, like first promo video type of thing. So that's exciting. I was trying to hype him up about it earlier when he woke up this morning. I'm like, guess what mommy wants you to do, you know? So I guess I'm excited about that. And so yeah, I got a few hours. I could probably knock his scene out now before I get ready to go, and then I'll be filming with Kelvin later on, and then that'll be it as regards to my Saturday, and then tomorrow, y'all, Sunday. Again, it'll be the first Sunday with me and the new Kiss director going full fledged with all these new ideas and stuff. So that's exciting as well. You know, we're gonna see what the Lord do and how it all goes. But like I said, the set came together really well. Super excited and proud of that. I'll be starting up with Madam Miraculous next week as well. I'm thinking now I'm leaning towards just doing it, just keep bi-weekly versus doing it every week because that would be a lot for me to undertake without having, you know, an additional not just income, and I hate to be like that, you know what I'm saying, and that's the difficult thing about like being a performer or being someone that like loves what you do, because then it's like, okay, am I supposed to just be donating this right now or am I supposed to be charging? Like, does anybody else have that issue? But anyway, so yeah, but without it being a ticketed situation or without it being like additional income or whatever, it would just be a lot for me to create curriculum to do every week. So I don't know. I guess maybe I'm still praying about it, but I was thinking just keep bi-weekly for the Madam Miraculous or for the Miracle Lab, the thing that I do at the church on Wednesdays. That'll be starting next week though, so I got to get that together. And then y'all know next Saturday we 1 week away from the new show at the Griffin Opera House, so that is another amazing, exciting thing as well. So lots of good stuff coming, man, and going on. So yeah, I guess there's a lot to be excited about. But anyway, y'all have a great, great weekend. And I look forward to talking to y'all on Monday if the Lord's will. Bye.